Okay, adding rates and rate profiles are what sets up your classifieds. Generally, we set up these rates for you when you start with us, but you have the ability to change them as you go along. So when you click on My Rate Profile, it's going to show you all the rate profiles you have here. Right now, there's one set up in here for autos. So you can edit this one. This is basically going to start out by saying, for my description for my auto ads, is either calculated by word or by lines. If you do by lines, it's going to ask you how many characters per line and what's the minimum lines per ad. We're going to do words right now. So I have a minimum of 10 words per classified, and that's my setup. So I submit that. That becomes my first listing in here. If all my rates are the same, you have the ability to use the clone button. So if my auto rates, for instance, are going to be the same as my job classifieds, I can clone this just by calling this my jobs, drop it down, and make sure you change the top heading and drop this one down to what you want it to be, is jobs. And you can save that and it will clone it so you don't have to go through the process of setting up each one if you have the same rates. At the same token, you could set up separate rates for individuals. Like if you had under autos, you might have a different rates for boats and watercrafts or a different rate for campers. All these with the lines next to them are all subcategories of the main category. The main category is always up on top, and under it are all these other ones. When you look at these, you have the ability to put different rates for different items underneath. When you go into your ad rate category, this is where you would go in here to decide how many weeks you want it to run. So you can go in here by your, once you're in your rate profile, you can add a rate in here. So if we look at your rate profiles, once you're here, you can go into edit rates. And when you set up, we have one in here already for one issue. If you want to go to 3 issues, how much would it be for per line for 3 issues? It's $1 a word for each issue, so this would be $3 for 3 issues. An additional cost is $1 per word, so the same thing here would be $3. And if you were charging $5 for an image, then the image would be $15 times $5 times 3. So everything you're doing is based off one issue, and then just multiply out your rates to add them. And once you submit it, it's going to show you have 1, 3, and so on. And if we change that to 6, this would be $6, and this would be $6, and this would be $30. So you get the idea of what you need to do. You might have to calculate differently based on your rates, but everything is calculated off one issue and then multiply it out for each additional issue that you want on here.